5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We about to have a blast today.
Hello, all you happy people.
Let's do a junkie roll call.
Sound off like you got a pair.
The great Daddy Kuji.
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of?
She probably still got an old school TV.
Why do you say this to me?
I'm the only girl, so I wanted to do anything that my brothers were doing.
Oh, yeah, you blend.
She's cute too, huh?
Indeed!
That's fine. Just give us a second.
She with you?
The film was just lazy. Like I said, they like vision.
But you got to have vision.
I'm a big JRPG person.
We've just lost half the audience.
Supposed to be full.
Oh, why?
But he'd have to be fast. I'm your man.
No, you're not. You're too slow.
It ain't just about being fast.
I did not see one Asian in that movie.
Let's not stand on ceremony here.
It's a business. Who cares about the people's feelings?
Aim for the bushes.
I could do this all day.
I got big boy pants on!
What's going on out there, Junkie Land? It's happy Friday to you. Welcome to the show, Culture Junkies Live. It's Friday, coming to you live from Twitch, from Facebook, and from YouTube. And today is Friday. Usually we like to play it pretty loose on Fridays, but I got a couple things I kind of want to talk about. It's the end of E3, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're also going to talk about the resurgence of DC Comics a little bit with their Rebirth line. As well as a few other items, but let me introduce who's going to be on the show today. Of course, do a real quick junkie roll call, and of course, the first one I got to go to is the big Kahuna. What's up, Kahuna?
Everybody.
And we got Philip 2.0 checking in. What's up, man?
I'm fine. My name is Roosevelt now.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Roosevelt.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not gonna stick. That's not gonna stick. And GQ, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just sitting here chilling, getting ready to get started and talk about some of the craziness that's happened this week.
Yeah, certainly has been pretty crazy, and honestly, totally, it's been a little bit underwhelming this week as far as like E3 is concerned. I mean, and when you think back on the E3s of the old, you remember how when E3 was like super big, it was like there was announcements left and right. Everybody was like super excited. They couldn't wait to hear all the news about E3 and whatnot. And just this year, it's just been like, because everything has been so well known, like so far ahead of time. So one of the things I wanted to ask you guys is, can we blame this spoilerific culture that we kind of live in now for ruining conferences like E3 and even WWDC and CES and some other ones? Is it just that we're just getting too much news to really appreciate these great conferences? What's your take?
I think it is essentially that, because if you kind of rewind it back to when we were kind of coming up in high school and that sort of thing, you just had essentially the gaming magazines to kind of keep on top of what was going on, because the internet, didn't exist in the form that it exists now. So you had, you had your previews type magazines like EGM usually would cover, some of the stuff that might be coming up at E3, some of the things they've talked to some of the different companies about. But you'd have to wait till after E3 and whenever that particular next issue came out with all E3 coverage in it, basically. So nowadays, it's like every company's got a website, every company's, putting out pressers, everybody's tweeting, everybody's doing their Instagram thing. And now it's like, as soon as news breaks at a company, it literally can go up like, minutes after whatever announcement is taking place, or after like, oh, hey, we decided we're going to do this particular game or that particular, even in the movie industry, if this particular movie's getting talked about, it's instant. So it's like, there's almost like there's no surprises anymore. And I think this particular E3 suffered in the sense of, we already knew about the Xbox. We already knew about the potential of the Neo, the Neo not even being shown at the show. Same thing about, we got the word that Nintendo wasn't even going to show their system at the show. It's like, this is stuff that back in the day would have been like, dang, Nintendo didn't even show their thing at the show, man. They had nothing to show for it. We would have saw that in a magazine. We wouldn't have been able to see, or hear about, weeks before, or, couple of days before that, hey, yeah, these companies aren't going to be there, or they're not going to show this and not going to show that. So I think the game has changed, obviously, for lack of a better word, and it's kind of sad actually because it takes the fun out of it.
Philip 2.0, what do you think, man?
It really doesn't faze me. I mean, okay, new system come out, that's cool. It ain't like nothing crazy like a movie trailer that you really want to see, like how Marvel did all the Marvel movies, like you didn't know what was really going to happen. I mean, stuff like that, technology like that doesn't really faze me. It's exciting, but it's like, okay, it's here today, and something else gonna come out the next day. So it's like, it doesn't really faze me. I rather stick to not having trailers being, shown like crazy, like that. Not it doesn't bother me.
Okay, I mean, but would you say so? You're saying the fall of E3, or at least from its standing, as far as like being a must see, must watch, got to absorb everything conference, and conferences of its ilk actually. It doesn't bother you that because people release spoilers and they leak trailers and stuff like that. Don't you? It doesn't take a lot of the fun out of it for you.
No, that's the company's fault for having that shit out like that. If you're gonna keep something on the wraps, keep it on the wraps. It ain't that hard to keep someone. Having one person control the shit and guard it with his life until it's ready to be presented. I mean, it's not that hard to keep something under wraps, until it's ready to be presented. So
what's go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's like we all saw Nintendo's failure with their shit. And I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it didn't really fail.
Right. So, okay, I will agree with you that, yes, it's on the companies to curtail a lot of that stuff. That part is true. That part is very true. It's undeniable. But at the same time, this information age that we live in where, everybody's got to have stuff just instantly. And the pressure is like put on the companies to like keep wowing them, and nobody holds anything back. There's Megashawn, and we'll get his hot take in a minute. But Kahuna, jump in. Like, okay, like in the instance of where San Diego Comic-Con comes into play, right? A lot of the companies like Marvel and Warner Brothers, they're pulling out of San Diego Comic-Con and putting everything into their own their own conferences or things like that. So we kind of see a little bit of that as well, where San Diego is like starting to suffer. WWDC is suffering as well. E3 has definitely, I think, suffered over the past couple years from the spoilerific generation. What's your take on all of this?
It definitely sucks, man. I never really paid attention to E3, but I used to always be excited for WWDC and any of the Apple presentation keynotes. And it was always, a big surprise to find out what's going on. Now you know about this stuff before, because you know about it like 3 months in advance of what they're going to be talking about.
Exactly.
And these conferences end up only being a confirmation of everything you've heard of now. So there's nothing exciting anymore about really watching the conferences. I mean, so it does suck. And then like you said about Comic-Con, people pulling out and using their own, having their own little revealing or anything like that. Because Comic-Con, they can't really control shit. Somebody always ends up sneaking, no matter how much they try to control cameras and all that. Somebody always managed to get the little trailer, the little bootleg trailer recordings, and it sucks, man. There's really nothing to look forward to anymore.
But hold on, remember like back in the day when they shot physical videos about what was coming out? You should take it back and do it that way with them silly ass commercials, and then let us know that it's coming, but don't show nothing else after that. But the same commercials that show like Nintendo and all that stuff, and Sega, like that shit was cool. That got you hyped up for that game until it was ready to be revealed. They don't hardly even do that anymore. Like you said, it's the internet, so we get it so fast. But if you want to make E3 interesting, just take that money that you got, shoot a video promo for it, and then bam, put it out there. It's not hard. That's one for the marketing.
Real quick, I want to give a give a shout out to Dadakuji, who's watching from afar, and also James Pythian has also joined the Facebook Live party watching us here. And yeah, to everybody that's watching, just want to say hey, because I see the numbers are jumping up and growing, so that's also a very great thing. And if you guys want to get in on the show, message to the Kenshiro, let's actually let you know. I believe it's been messaged the Instagram, and also you can do it through Facebook. So he'll let you know how to get on the show.
Yep. Thank you for that. Right here, as you can see, right here, right where my finger's at. If you want to talk to us, just hit us with a hashtag Junkies Talk. We'll be monitoring our Twitch. If you're in the Facebook chat, kind of hit us up. We'll take the time to try and message you, get you onto the show. If you got a take on any of the topics that we talk about, or you want to talk about something else, just kind of message us and let us know, and we'll get you on so you can talk about it. So anyway, back to the discussion. I want to go to Megashawn. Megashawn, I want your take, because you actually kind of brought this up in the chat a couple of days ago about how WWDC is kind of fallen off and it's not as big anymore, and we kind of see the effects with E3 as well. So give me your take on all of this before we wrap this up.
Oh, well, not a problem. I think just the main issue is that, as everyone said, like nobody wants to be last. So in that rush to not be last, like everybody kind of spoils it. So it's like, hey, I got this peach cobbler for you. Then it's like, hey, I got this sweet potato pie. Hey, I got this blueberry. And then by the time dinner gets here, you're like, man, I've already been eating.
Right.
Y'all ain't bringing me nothing. Y'all ain't bringing me nothing new. Like I've already had everything I needed to have. So as Kahuna said, it's just now confirming what you, for the most part, knew was confirmed. Maybe minus a couple of megapixels in regards to the Worldwide Developers Conference, and in regards to E3, is Kratos voiced by somebody else, or not? But it's all because everybody is in fear of being last, because in this society that we're in now, like the access is ridiculous. Like somebody gets, like you think a couple of years ago, like a decade ago, like if somebody got shot someplace, like you didn't know for a while. Like now, 2 minutes later. And so when it comes to video games and things like that, okay, if Gears is doing this and they just drop something, now we got to drop something. Or okay, Samsung has a waterproof phone and it'll help you talk to Jesus. Well, then we got to get our phone, you know what I mean? And then everybody just keeps leaking in order to stay, to stay relevant, to stay afloat, as opposed to, okay, so the iPhone 8 is coming out, but let's say Apple makes no announcements. Meanwhile, Samsung and Nexus is just hitting you over the head with tidbit. So some consumers are going to run out and get all the things they've been hearing about, as opposed to those who are loyal to a certain device or whatever whatever it may be. So I think that's the main thing, and it has spoiled it, because now once both these conferences come, they're no longer larger than life, because everybody's in such a competition, with everybody else.
Anyone? Go ahead.
Send a quick shout out to Albert Strange Dog and Williams J, who both have joined the Facebook viewing. So just hey, what's up to you guys? Megashawn is 100% right about that. It's essentially, you get to the point where I just saw a video on Facebook not too long ago. Apparently a girl ran her ex-boyfriend over because he gave her HIV or something. Now,
oh wow!
That would have been something. No, for real though. But that would have been something that you would have heard about, a couple of days later, or on the news or something. But it literally was like, a video of it was on the internet, like ready to go within hours of what happened. It's like you don't even need to actually watch the news anymore, because somebody's got a video of almost anything that that goes down or that happens.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's also what's affecting E3. It literally became a situation where even Waffles was on it. Like God of War thing dropped. Boom, it's on Facebook already. We're talking about the next thing going on with Microsoft. Boom, it's on Facebook already. It's on IGN or whatever website. You don't even really have to watch the live stream. Sometimes you just get the highlights based on people's Facebook posts. So it's definitely changed the game completely. The internet and the spoilerific way things are done now. It's just kind of made it just events and presentations, they're going to have to really step their game up to find a different way to make things fun. Because otherwise, man, they're going to get left in the dust. And you're going to need to watch E3 or any of the other conferences because somebody will have all of it broken down on Facebook and all the little chunks that I want and categorized and ready to go.
That's absolutely right. I totally agree with that. I don't in the way things are, the way things are progressing with the internet. There is no reversing this trend. It's just going to continue, unless they put some kind of gag order on things or get it in line. I think E3 is going to continue to suffer. It's not going to reach the to me, I mean, I guess in a way, what the companies could do is take a page. All of them could kind of take a page out of Sony's book and make it more about the games. If you're going to announce the hardware, obviously that stuff is probably going to leak. That's not going to stick. But if you bring the games, if you bring the demos, if you bring really comprehensive footage and not a whole bunch of CG pre-produced, you know, fluff, for lack of better words, then you might get some of the hype back. But as it stands right now, I just think it's just not gonna happen. Um, so
Hey, just
yeah, go ahead.
piggybacking off of what GQ said,
Hmm.
I don't actually watch the news. This is how I get my news. I usually get my news through Facebook, through the internet somehow, because now, with everybody having camera phones and all that,
Right.
you're actually getting the news from the people that's actually there. You don't have to wait for the news crews to arrive and set up and do their little whole thing. You're getting the news straight from the people who are on the scene right then and there. So it's like I found out a lot of stuff before the news even broke stuff. Like back in Hawaii when there's earthquakes and Hawaii is under a tsunami watch.
Hmm.
I'll see it on Facebook, but then I'll scope the internet for the news and all that. Nobody has posted anything about that at all. And then like half an hour later, then you start seeing pop up on CNN. You saw local news, this and that. So I don't really even watch news as far as on the TV goes. I get all my news from the internet now.
One response that we got out of the chat is Albert is saying, essentially asking why is it a bad thing. So the cool thing about spoiled is that it gets the conversation going, which is 100% right. It does get the conversation going. The problem I think that arises now, true enough, as they say, there is no bad PR. There is this, as long as they're talking about you, hey, they're talking about you. That's a good thing. But I think the problem becomes essentially when you have and this is something we mentioned Monday and Wednesday. For example, the Microsoft thing, they're coming out with 2 Xboxes. It's already known that there's going to be one coming out this year and another one coming out next year. So it almost kind of negates the purpose of even buying the one this year because you already know, not even just from their own announcement, you've heard about it weeks ago that there's going to be 2 Xboxes coming. So from a financial standpoint, you're sitting there like, you know what, I was going to get an Xbox this holiday season, but now that I know that there's another one coming, I don't really need to bother with Microsoft right now. So I mean Microsoft ain't hurting for money. Let's just be real. But at the same time, that's actually kind of a bad thing that you got that information out there so fast that people are already ready to kind of make their decision before you got a chance to wow them with your great presentation of here's why you need another Xbox right now. So I think it's kind of a double-edged sword with that. So that's just my take on it.
Yep, that's absolutely that's pretty much similar to my take as well. Is that if they keep the news or they keep the spoilers or they announce what is supposed to be announced at the conference, it's really for the betterment of the conference itself. It's not like E3 really has any control over that type of stuff, but I'm pretty sure that they would prefer a lot of the big time announcements to really not necessarily be spoiled ahead of time. And just have their conference be like a confirmation thing because it kind of like takes the wind out of the sails of everything if they do it in that fashion.
Not only that, if it's not coming directly from you as the company, the spin gets to come in whichever way it wants to come.
Everywhere.
At least if you're making the announcement, people are going to spin it regardless after they hear it. But if they just see it in black and white, like boom, 2 Xboxes coming, the average person is going to be like, okay, so there's 2 coming. Which one's better? Or the one that's coming later is better? I'm going to get the one that's coming later.
Right.
At least if Microsoft was the one to say, hey, we got 2 Xboxes coming. The first one is going to be this 4K, blah, 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 blah. The next one's going to be the big boy, the power. At least they could spin it in their own way,
right.
Kind of, give you the sales pitch. But now if you're just seeing it like in black and white, boom, 2 more Xboxes, you don't get the sales pitch part of it, so that kind of messes with you, and you're just like, dude, forget them. I can't even bother now. So it's you need to. I think with this, the spoilers and the leaks and all that, it's like, look, that's why you have a marketing team to begin with. They're the spin doctors. They are the ones that are going to cater that message the way that they need the consumer to hear it. If the consumer gets the info right, boom, bam, boom, they're going to have their own take on it, their own spin on it, and you don't get that chance to kind of massage it a little bit and make it, work to your benefit. So
exactly.
That's what I was saying earlier. What I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier about it's all about to the marketing, how you gonna put that out there. It's not our fault because we can share and post it. I mean, that's good promotion too, but at the same time, your marketing team should put that shit strong and put it out there like that. Like, you're the company, you have the power. Even when they leak footage of film, like somebody did that. You can't just leak early footage without somebody who control the editing. Who's the editor? Because they have it on the daily. Somebody has it. Even one person has. We all been on film sets or worked on movies. We've seen on one person had the dailies, and that person passed it on to his homeboy. So that's how that shit goes. I mean, it's just a dumb. I think it's an excuse to me.
Poetic Fire has a really good take. He says, "I have a different mindset. These leaks, for the most part, are only part truths. For example, Destiny's Rise of Iron got leaked, and for a month we were excited for the possibilities. Then they officially announced it at E3, and we're even more excited. Most of the speculation was wrong, but it is still fun. So, I mean, I'm not discounting that. I'm not discounting that it isn't fun to speculate, especially when stuff is announced, because that's natural. When stuff gets announced, you're going to want to talk about it. But at the same time, if your entire conference has been built around these exciting announcements and the gameplay, and you're just reducing it to the gameplay, it kind of takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails, at least for me. I mean, because it's like, remember back in the day when I think it was when Spider-Man 2 first came out, and they were like, they were showing the footage of the open world, and you were able to swing all over New York and stuff like that. How bananas everybody went for that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you're announcing stuff there, or like when they brought Metal Gear Solid 2 to E3 a long time ago, and they played that.
Metal Gear Solid.
Was it the original?
Metal Gear Solid the original one was. It had a 9-minute long, unheard of trailer at that time. Like you had never had a 9-minute. Yeah, you never had a 9-minute trailer like that before. For Metal Gear Solid 4, Gear Solid 4, for the trailer for that, they rented out a theater to show that trailer.
Right.
So Metal Gear, they used to have big, they made a big thing out of it.
Right. And now we don't have it. So, I just think there's something missing. That's just me. Okay, let's move on, guys.
Hey, I just wanted to drop one more. Remember for the Apple keynotes? Remember Steve Jobs' "One More Thing"?
Oh yeah, man. Man.
When you used to hear those words, man, you just get so excited. Like, oh shit, what's he about to say? So now, if what's my man's name now? Tim
Cook.
Yeah, Tim Cook. If he's to say it now, oh yeah, there's one more thing. Everybody's just now, oh yeah, here we go, the new iPad. There's no mystery or there's no excitement to it anymore.
Right.
Because like I said, like everybody said, everything gets leaked so early now. There's no more. That mystery is gone.
Exactly. The mystery, the thrill is gone too. So a little bit. Couldn't resist. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic I kind of want to talk about is kind of DC's rebirth. I finally got a chance to actually catch up and read a couple of issues. This thing is really good. I think DC's really finally got something here. It touches on a lot of the nostalgia of the old, and infuses the narrative of the New 52 moving forward in some really exciting ways. Now, before we came on the show, I was telling Philip 2.0 about some of the books recommended. One book that came out this week was Titans Rebirth, and Titans Rebirth stars the central figure behind Rebirth, and that's the original Wally West, who used to be Kid Flash, and at one point was the Flash. Was married and had a couple of kids, and when Flashpoint happened, when the Flash ran back, when Barry Allen Flash ran back, and the whole Flashpoint paradox happened, he disappeared. Now he's back, and he's trying to reacclimate himself with his Titans teammates, and getting them to remember him again. This first issue took place entirely in Nightwing's apartment, and it was just him reconnecting with everybody, and it was just a lot of the old memories that started to come back, and how as soon as he touched them, like the sparks flew from the Speed Force, and their minds were flooded with memories of their interactions with Wally, and how fun it was, how much fun they had, being heroes, being young heroes, and growing up together. And that one book, I think, kind of touched on what was missing for me in the New 52. These dudes loved being heroes. They loved being friends. They loved being teammates. They just had fun. In the New 52, it wasn't really about fun anymore. It lost something. So this one book to me kind of restored a little bit. So Kahuna, I think you read a couple of the rebirth issues as well, and Philip 2.0, I'm not sure, you may or may not have. But kind of give me your take on the New 52. I mean, I'm not the New 52, but the DC Rebirth stuff, and what you've read so far, and how you liking it.
I'm digging it, man. I mean, like you said, they're putting it back that how they used to enjoy being heroes, and I'm really loving the first issue, the first Rebirth issue, how everything was pretty much centered around Wally West, and how something was missing, and he was about to pretty much die, and all he needed was Barry to say his name, kind of like a never-ending story.
Like the childlike empress.
Yeah, say my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and I haven't read this week's new issues. I definitely want to read the Titan one though. But they all been pretty good so far.
They have been.
Yeah, I'm actually enjoying them. So yeah.
And see, isn't that what this whole thing was supposed to be about? Re-engaging people that had checked out of the New 52 because they didn't like the tone, they didn't like the direction it was going in, and it brought them back. Just like it brought me back. Because, man, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I fell off with the New 52 months ago. I stopped reading. It was like I stopped making it a priority to even read these books because I was so, I was just turned off by it. But the Rebirth, and the way the stories are being formed, the way they're executing, their bullet points and the plot lines that plot threads that they're dropping, I'm in. I'm hooked. This has gotten people really rejuvenated, and there was something that IGN kind of postulated, and I'll bring it up to you guys. I'll put it up on the screen, and they were saying that is Marvel losing ground to DC, and based on some of this stuff, because Marvel has been basically killing DC for the years in the comic book standings. I think Rebirth is kind of slowly starting to restart or turn it in the other direction, especially with Marvel having some the de-emphasization of the X-Men. They're basically almost killing them off, bringing the Inhumans in, and it's just there's a lot of chaos going on at Marvel, and it's not not a lot of it is really good. But DC starts to, seems to have a little bit of a bona fide hit on their hands. So, what do we expect Marvel to kind of turn it around, or do you think DC's like maybe might finally overtake them, and will we see this translate into some of their other properties, i.e., the animated films? Because we know that the animated films haven't been quite as good as of late either, not like they used to be. Or hopefully will we see this tonal shift kind of take place in the movies as well? GQ, you got any thoughts?
Honestly, Marvel's making plenty of money on movies. They don't really have to worry about comics as much as they used to. It's just, let's just be real. I mean, like, comics are great. The problem is they're expensive. They're
True.
very, very expensive nowadays. I mean, true enough, Rebirth books are $3 each, but still, how many Rebirth books are there? 10 or so?
Oh my God, they're dropping.
Man, they're dropping so many.
Crazy.
Yes, they are.
No,
each character has 2 every month.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like you're looking at least what, $100 a month on just Rebirth titles?
Yeah,
probably?
I mean it's not required for you to read them all, but the collector in you probably will want to. So
That's
I understand
what I'm saying.
that.
So
Yeah.
it's like, in Marvel books are $5.99 each, and in most cases are somewhere around that price point. So yeah, you can get them digital. I personally am a collector. I have to have physical stuff. Comics just haven't been as important to me lately. I get trades. If I really, really want to read a story, I'll go get the $14.95 trade of collected material and read the story, and it'd be good. It's like, honestly, it's like for me, it's the movies and the games and the cartoons. That's what, to me, that's the new form of Marvel and DC to me, because it's like they come out with so many events.
Exogamer, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, they come out. So thank you, appreciate the follow. They come out with so many so many events, so many books, and it's just like, what actually has value anymore? Like if they ever did a #1 of something, is it really going to be valuable, or are they just going to like come up with it?
Oh man, that whole thing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, comics ain't worth like they used to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
they're not really worth collecting.
Exactly. It's like nowadays, are you ever going to have another Action Comics #1?
Nope.
No. There's never going to be another. There's no characters that they're going to come up with that are going to be like, the first Superman, the first Batman,
Thanks
the
for the
first,
follow.
Wolverine appearance. It's just it's like it's not, the game is just different now for comics. So it's like, to me, comics is always, if you look at my profile on Culture Junkies, comics is my lowest graded one out of interest, and it's just a lot of it is because of the way the comic industry is right now. It's like, you mean to tell me you want me to give you almost $6 for a 23 or 24 page book that I'm going to finish in like 10 minutes? And really, like, what now that I'm done with it, what am I really going to do with it? Am I going to just go back and read it again? Why? I already read the story. I'm waiting for the next part. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, like for smokers. Like, I mean, I kind of, I don't smoke, but now I kind of see how it's like, dude, $6 a pack, $7 a pack.
That's a big meal.
The hell? Right.
It's like, right.
That's 2 McChickens and a large fry and a small fry.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And it's not like they just smoke one a day.
Exactly. So it's like comics are becoming that same type of thing now. So you look at it like, I'm not dropping $80 at the comic shop today.
I feel you. Hey, Philip 2.0, you're gonna like this guy. You're gonna like Simnels, who just followed us on Twitch. Thank you for the follow, by the way. But his comment to GQ says, comics is so low on your totem pole because you're reading DC and Marvel. It's about small press now. I know you'll love that, don't you?
Hey, I love it already.
Right. No, you'll love
because
that.
the big two, in my opinion, are gonna be done. I'll get me wrong, I love both. We love the characters for years, but after that Secret War bullshit, I was done. I was done with Marvel. I know they want to combine the universes, but whatever. They should just create new characters instead of just making fucking fuck shit. And then this whole Civil War 2 shit, like, they should have just. I totally got uninterested because they should have kept the Civil War going on the first time and showed the aftermath. They didn't do nothing. They jumped to the whole different story arc and another story arc, and then I forgot about it. So I think Marvel messed up on that one. That's why I was only one or two books I'm reading from Marvel right now, and that's Power Man, the Iron Fist, and the new Moon Knight. That's about it. Other than that, I'm not even touching Marvel. Wikipedia it or something.
Straight up. Like GQ said, I mean, the collector in me, I want that physical comic book.
Mm-hmm.
But they're coming out in just droves now, and it's like you just can't keep up. So it's like I've actually converted to the digital way now, just because I want to keep up with the storylines. But man, I can't afford to just be dropping money on these books left and right like that, the way they're coming out. So it's like, I feel like I really didn't have a choice but to really. I mean, unless I want to wait for the trades, you got to wait a minute for that, but I want to know the story now. I want to read it now. So it's like, I had no choice but to convert to the digital, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, as far as regarding the small press comment, it's the same cycle. Regardless of whether or not it's a great story, this and that, it's still the price. It's still the commitment to, okay, now I got this other thing that I'm going to be spending money on. It's like, dude, I'd rather just drop money on a new game, or a new. I got a whole collection of Hot Toys stuff back there that gains value. So I'd rather drop money on stuff that I know is basically a sure thing, or is going to be some entertainment that I'm definitely going to get something out of. I'll buy a new movie any day of the week. I'll buy another game that I want any day of the week. I'm not going to experiment with comics anymore. I've got enough long boxes of comics to last me. because I'm done with them.
Yeah. I get you on that, man. And also, there's a touch of, you got to have the desire to really want to collect the comic books as well, and not a lot of people have that desire any longer. Big Pimpin' Jay, I know, was into it, but I think he was doing it mostly for the art, not necessarily always for the collection, but I think for the most part he's done. Miss you, Big Pimpin' Jay. Hope you come back pretty soon. So let's move on to let's talk about some random shit that we kind of found on the net, today
Gonna
or
send
throughout the
a
week.
quick hello to Kyle Jackson and T Tosha in the watching the chat or watching the show in the end of the chat. Okay.
Hey, Amber.
There we go.
Anyway,
Casanova.
this guy. Anyway, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about is it was announced that Indiana Jones 5 is actually going to be a thing. My only first question is why, man? Why?
Okay, so I don't know if it was Kahuna said this, that he's trying to kill off all his characters so he can't come back anymore during sequels or anything.
Yeah, but Steven Spielberg said that he's not going to kill Indy, but still, it's like, why? Do we need this film? Really? GQ, you're a big Indiana Jones fan. Oh, he's not there right now. We'll get his comment in a second. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. He's ready. Do we really need this film, man? Come on. Do we?
Okay. Let me open this up real quick. Indiana Jones Complete Adventures, right? Is what this is called.
Mm-hmm.
Now you notice that the Complete Adventures is Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom and Last Crusade, and for whatever crazy reason they put that King of Crystal Skull in there. I don't know if
they could have left that out.
That's a nice looking set.
I don't
Exactly.
need another one of these. You
Exactly.
guys can stop. Now, granted, if they do kill the character off, Fedora to somebody else, that would be interesting, but it has to be a great story. It cannot be that fisted half-cocked thing that we got last time with Shia LaBeouf.
Jesus.
And, what happened to him?
He went crazy.
He's doing internet memes and just do it.
Yeah.
The man fell off a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Shit. How you go from Transformers to fucking a junkie?
We've talked about this before, man. He had the keys to the freaking kingdom.
Yes, he did.
And Spielberg handpicked him out of what was that movie, Holes or whatever that he did?
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
that was his guy.
Right, Spielberg's got your back. All you got to do is just walk the path, and you are golden. Nope. I'm gonna plagiarize some stuff and be an idiot. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. Like, dude, let that have been me. Let that have been me, man. Please.
Fuck the path. That motherfucker went off road.
Yeah, he did.
Again, he had 2 movies under his belt, blockbuster movies.
But it's like how exciting is this Indiana Jones thing going to be? Because I mean, when you saw Force Awakens, you can tell Harrison Ford can't get around like he used to. So it's he's not going to be swinging from no whips or nothing like that and jumping from car to car.
I'm not gonna lie though. Here's why Kingdom of Crystal Skull gets me for the first. I forgot how long the movie is, but let's say it's 2 hours. It gets me good. I liked it and enjoyed it ish for the first hour of the movie. I'm not even gonna lie, because it was classic Indy right at the beginning.
Yeah, I like the beginning.
Yeah, classic Spielberg. The pullback reveal shots that are just, the dude is a genius with those. And it's just like, oh, dude, I like this. I'm digging it. It's older Indy, but whatever. I'm digging it. It's cool. All the classic, moments and feel of the character was there. And then they just lost it. So it's like, if this 5th one has that, but no Shia LaBeouf, I'm sorry, he's got to.
No, he's got to stay away.
Right. It's like, if it has that, if they can keep with that classic, feel, because again, you got to remember the story. Where is the story going to take place? Because the last one was in the 60s, probably, like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, right around the 60s or so when they were doing nuclear. No, I'm sorry, not the 60s, closer to the mid 40s or maybe even 50s. So it's like. Actually, no, the 40s, because it was the nuclear testing. But So it's like, Indiana Jones always takes place way back. So if this is the fifth one and he's older, now you have to be around the 50s somewhere. So it's like, okay, kill him off if you're going to kill him off. But again, it has to be good. It cannot just be, no aliens.
Listen, he can't hit that whip like this. I can't get the whip. He's done. Nobody want to see. And he's going to be in Blade Runner too? Come on now.
Hey, Harrison is, like you said, is killing on his character. Hey, there's somebody that we know.
Hello there.
Let this man join the show.
What's going on there, Dido?
What's going on right now?
How are
Not
you?
too much. I can't even see anything. Can you guys hear me? Is
We can
everything
hear
good?
you.
Yes,
We can hear you
sir.
just fine. Yeah.
Hey.
Can you see me?
No,
No,
we can't see
hello
you.
to Anthony Minter and Fallen Marvel, who's a great show regular in the chat. So,
Yes, he is.
Hello to you guys. But Dido, what you doing, man? What's going on over there in the capital of this country?
Well, as of right now, I'm back
There he
from
is.
visiting folks.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just hopped in.
Green.
His favorite color.
is green backpack, rocking the green shoes.
We're just gonna call you Link.
Not bad. Just call him Link. Not bad.
Link ain't got nothing on me.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, man.
He definitely got a good video game lately.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, watch out. Them Nintendo fanboys might come to the house. Hey,
Let
Dido.
them come.
Right.
All four of them.
Right. All four of them, he says. Hey, Dido. Let's get your quick hot take on kind of the stuff we were talking about a little bit earlier, as far as like the spoiler generation kind of ruining E3. So, what's your take on all that?
Well, just my take is like they almost everything nowadays they can't seem to not give enough information. I mean, give you way more information than what's needed. Like for movie trailers to most announcements. I personally don't feel like I get too spoiled by watching stuff at the E3. They seem to me like they're not giving out enough information. I'm always clamoring for more. Like, for example, the new Resident Evil that's coming out. We don't know anything about it, and they're saying it's not a reboot. It's a series. It's a numbered game. It's a new game. Well, you don't know anything about it. And I played through the demo, and it definitely seems more Silent Hill because I didn't see any zombies at all. So I don't know what the heck is going on. So in that aspect, I'm like, okay, tell me more. So for the E3 and stuff like that, I don't really see too much of the spoilers. I don't know really what spoilers or what can be spoiled at a conference or at anything like San Diego Comic-Con, because I don't really follow the Comic-Con. Most of the spoilers that I've seen, and the only reason why I stay away from movie trailers is because those are what I see more spoiling than anything else. I mean, I really wish they'd tell me more when it comes to conferences. Like, they withhold information more than anything else. Like NX, what's going on with that? We don't know. PlayStation Neo, is it going back to the drawing board because they claim that the Scorpio is going to be the most powerful console ever? We don't know. That's to me. So I miss most of you guys' conversations, so I don't have anything to bounce off of. But I don't really particularly feel spoiled by anything at the E3 this year. I kind of feel like there wasn't enough news, to tell you the truth.
Okay. Then also, what's your take on Harrison Ford donning the fedora yet again?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he going to be in a wheelchair?
He should be at this point, right? No, he's apparently he's not, and Spielberg has already been quoted as saying that he will not be killing Indiana Jones off in this latest film, because I know there's this thing about Harrison Ford probably going through and killing off all of his old classic characters, so nobody basically can follow him or something like that, which is actually pretty brilliant.
That kind of sucks.
It's pretty
He's
brilliant.
He's going to have the eye patch.
Yeah.
Is he going to have the eye patch?
Who's going to have the eye patch, Indy?
Okay, I don't know if anybody else here remembers this, but there used to be an Indiana Jones television show.
Yep.
Yes, and the old Indiana that was telling the stories had an eye patch because he was missing an eye.
Oh.
And being the fact you got an old Indiana Jones now, I mean, first off, I want to know what time frame he's going to be in, because apparently this was in the 80s, I believe. Like, I think it was actually set when he was telling the stories in the 80s. I don't remember exactly. But is he gonna have that eye patch? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. Good question.
Yeah.
So I've reached the end of kind of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. So let's put it out there, guys. What do you guys want to rap about real quick? I mean, I know we got 10 minutes, but we can go over. It's Friday. It's the weekend. We can do things.
Fallen Marvel in the chat says that the new Resident Evil reminds him of Outlast. We know a certain person on this show doesn't really want to deal with Outlast too much.
Can we move on, please? I mean, we really don't have to talk about this right now. Really. I'm so glad he didn't. I'm so glad he didn't get that on tape or whatever. Because this man would never let me live that shit down. Okay, listen. Listen. It wasn't nearly as bad as he's trying to make it out to be. It wasn't nearly that bad. It wasn't that bad. I just jumped. Okay, I jumped. All right. That's a sign of a good horror film and horror video game. You know.
Wait. I find it funny they just.
No, Kahuna, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. Don't worry about it.
No,
it sounds like I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Most people. Wait, Dido. When most people jump, they don't let out an audible sound.
Yo, bruh, it wasn't even like that, man. It wasn't even like that. I swear to God.
Was it high pitched?
No, it wasn't no high pitched, dog. No, it was never like no, nothing like that, man. Nothing like that. Man, these dudes is bugging, man.
Sure
don't believe none of that.
You probably did. Sure, you probably did.
No, I didn't do that.
That's okay.
Hey, thank you, man. He's got my back. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hand of Omega is asking in the chat. He said, "Did anyone see Warcraft yet?" Krusty did, and she thought it was garbage. She thought it was hot garbage. I haven't seen it yet because I really have no real desire to go and see Warcraft. He also asked.
Nobody wants to see that.
Right. He also asked, "Did anybody go see Now You See Me Too?" Now I'm looking forward to seeing that. I actually took my new girlfriend to go see The Conjuring yesterday. It was okay.
I saw Now You See Me.
Yeah. It was. Huh? What'd you say, Kahuna?
I said I saw Now You See Me Too.
Oh, you did? What'd you think?
I liked it, man. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I thought it was cool. They did some cool shit in there.
How was it compared to the first one? Better, same?
The first one might be a little bit better. Mm-hmm. A little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed both of them. Of course, you got the little twist at the end, which is pretty cool. So, just like how they had a twist at the end of the first one, where you get another twist.
Yeah.
What a twist!
This one. But it was
no spoilers.
It was
no spoilers. I don't want to hear it. No spoilers. He's trying to ask what twist. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
I like that franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, like the one part was cool, which really made me want to see it was they showed it in the trailers, but when they were tossing a card to each other in this room, man, that whole little card sequence was so sweet.
Cool. Yeah, the whole throwing cards thing you said you and your brother used to do back in the day, right?
Yeah, me and my brother, man, we used to have this fascination with learning how to throw cards at each other.
Because you were fans. Let me guess. Because you were fans of Gambit, right? It's because of Gambit, wasn't it?
I guess you could say that's part of it, but it was mainly my brother used to love magic tricks.
Okay.
So he used to always do it, and then me and him got into it, and we used to have actual little fights. Like, we used to actually hurt each other with the fucking cards.
Wow.
Seeing that movie again and seeing what's his name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
No. Franco's a role. His name. What is his name? Jack, I think. His role in the movie, he's known. For the first movie,
it's basically not James Franco.
Not James
Franco. That's what we'll call him. We'll call him not
James
Franco. His brother.
Yeah, his brother. It's his brother, but his brother's name. It's almost it's almost like Chris Hemsworth and Liam Hemsworth. Most people can remember Chris Hemsworth because it's easier than Liam. Mm-hmm. There's only one Liam, and his name is Neeson.
That's true. That's very true.
Exactly.
Very, very true.
Exactly.
Very true.
Liam Hemsworth, he's the B-side of
right. Hand of Omega says, I know you all went to see Finding Dory. Actually, Krusty is there right now seeing Finding Dory with her husband. So there it is. I mean, me being a father, I may end up taking my kids to see it at some point, but
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Central Intelligence.
Are you? That also came out today. That's right.
The funny buddy movie, funny buddy cop movie.
I've been waiting on that movie, man. Like I said, I've been following them on Instagram, and just their chemistry alone together, man. Their little Instagram videos are pretty funny, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah, their PR and publicity for that was really well done. I am waiting for, and it probably will never happen, the movie where Kevin Hart either is completely serious or plays a bad guy.
I mean, kind of like the way Tom Cruise did. Kind
Yeah.
of like the way Tom Cruise did in that one movie with him and Jamie Foxx, where he went like completely
He
bad
wasn't a
guy.
bad guy. He wasn't. He
was an
wasn't a
assassin.
bad guy in Collateral, in my opinion. So
Of course not in your opinion. Of course not.
assassins are a paid worker just like anybody doing a 9 to 5. They just happen to eliminate people. They're a problem eliminator, like James Bond said in Living Daylights. I'm sorry, License to Kill. So yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how when Jim Carrey, what was that movie that Jim Carrey went kind of dark in? I think it was called 21.
The number 23.
Yeah, 23.
Is that The Room or whatever? It was like where he kept writing 23 or whatever all over the place.
Yeah, he kept finding ways that numbers would add up to basically be 23.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
You know what?
Everything.
That's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good topic. We can kind of just jump off into real quick. Who had the best heel turn in movies? You got Robin Williams in, what was that film? Was it Insomniac with him and Al Pacino? Where it was like I think it was Insomnia. Yeah, where it was him and Al Pacino, and it was just like he played this crazy dude. Same thing with Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo. Who else had a really good heel turn? In movies?
One of my favorite heel turns is John Travolta in Broken Arrow.
Not bad. Yeah. Even though that movie wasn't all that great. Face Off is classic for both Travolta and Nicolas Cage, I think. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, man. Nicolas Cage was awesome, dude.
Hold on. Anthony Minter is saying Morgan Freeman in Wanted and The Rock in Doom from Kyle Jackson. So,
as much as I'm a fan of The Rock, no, not Doom.
Yeah, Doom wasn't really. Doom to me wasn't really a heel turn. It was just he was a military dude, and he had orders, and he was just following his orders. Now, true enough, once he got possessed, he got a little bit more dark. But it's like, dude, it's like, look, his orders were go in and eliminate the threat. So the threat was all the potential of infections of all these people that were possibly going back to Earth, possessed or infected by demons. So he was like, look, we kill them all and let God sort them out. That is honestly, in the heat of war and battle, that is 100% morally correct. So I can't really see that as a heel turn.
Okay.
How about, I'm going to take it back. What about that old Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme in
the whole movie. No, that one too, but it was one he did back in the 80s.
Was it, which one was that?
Replicant.
Replicant?
No.
It was his first movie. It was his first movie, wasn't it?
It was Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. He was doing that heel turn like
something.
Remember he got killed. He got killed by the motorboat at the end of it. They had that.
Was it? Yeah, that's what No Retreat, No Surrender, right? No Retreat, No Surrender, right?
Nope, it's not that one. I'm gonna look it up right now. It wasn't that one.
His first movie, he was the bad guy. It was called Something Evil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Was it Iron? No, not Iron Eagle.
Hold on. How is that a heel turn if that's his first movie?
Yeah, that's not a heel turn. Yeah, that's not. That's yeah.
Told you, his first movie was Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, but wait. To constitute to qualify as being a heel turn, he would have to have been a face for a certain amount of movies.
It was called Black Eagle.
Black Eagle, but still, he would have had to have been a face for a certain amount of movies. Like he's an established good guy, and then just completely flip the script.
We got you there, right there, Simon Phoenix.
No. Bloodsport came out '88 too. With that movie.
Simon Phoenix.
No. But Simon Phoenix followed after Nino Brown. So.
Oh yeah. Nino Brown would have been first.
Kyle Jackson is saying what?
He's saying that The Rock shot the kid in Doom, and that was the heel turn. No, he shot the kid because he was being insubordinate. And officers in the military actually do have that right in a lot times of war. Mm-hmm. You can kill your subordinates essentially if they are insubordinate. That's punishable by death, especially in times of like life and death out there. Yep, you're going.
All Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, but how many
That's a
movies
good one.
before that? That's more like a face turn, wouldn't you say? I mean, well,
No, what are you
okay,
talking about?
okay,
He wasn't
okay,
a bad
wait,
guy.
okay,
That was the first time he was a bad guy.
Okay, all right, fine. So you
Exactly.
had Hercules in New York,
Exactly. Commando,
Hercules in New York. What else did you have?
Conan.
Conan the Destroyer too. Okay, all right. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Terminator because, I mean, but he wasn't really that big before Terminator came out though. So, but it still counts. It still counts. It still counts. Okay, based on the rules that I established, yeah, it still counts.
Completely on the map.
Yeah.
Put him completely on the map.
Yeah, it still counts. It still counts.
Okay, Kyle Jackson and Idris Elba in The Losers.
Idris Elba in The Losers.
Yeah, but he didn't do that till like the end of the movie, didn't he? Or was that I can't remember. We were putting together that.
Yeah, but before that, he was Stringer Bell. So.
Yeah. They don't get much more cutthroat and evil than Stringer Bell, then, man.
Sylvester Stallone in First Blood.
No.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't no heel.
He was terrorizing the whole city.
No.
He was blowing stuff up.
That's
He
not
was
a
the
heel.
bad guy.
That's not a heel turn.
No.
Dude.
No, that was all justified right there.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I know. He's like, you messed with me and you didn't mess with me.
Absolutely not.
If you're in Russia, Rocky, because you wanted Drago to win if you're a Russian.
Yeah.
See, now he's trying a little too hard.
Honestly, no. But I understand where he's coming from in that, because like I said, I've always said the same thing about the Axis powers versus the United States and in the Allies. So, but it's like, has Stallone ever been a bad guy? That's actually a question, because I can't think of any movies that he's ever been a bad guy.
I can't think of any either. I can't think of any either.
Wait.
Stop My Mama Shoot?
Seagal has either.
No.
Well, no. I take it back.
That was just a bad movie.
No, Seagal did do, and Machete.
Yeah.
Machete was a good movie. I think you was talking about Stopping My Mama Shoot.
Yeah, no, that movie was terrible.
That was just a terrible movie. That's just a terrible movie, period.
But still getting.
Yeah, that was just a terrible movie.
All right, Kyle Jackson says, does Apollo Creed count? Now, I don't think it does, only in the sense that Creed wasn't like dirty and underhanded as a boxer. He was just a champ that wanted some publicity.
Right.
And this was a good way to get publicity.
Yeah,
I think he's more of a face turn if you want to kind of, put it that way. But I mean, realistically, it's the same as like Ali and Frazier. Neither one of them were the bad guys. You know what I'm saying? But they became friends out of the ring anyway. So I think with sports movies it's just harder because, it's competitive. That's all it really is.
Right.
So
let's
he was kind of Apollo did kind of do him dirty though, taking him to Harlem in the middle of no, I'm sorry, not Harlem. He took him he took him to LA, so he probably took him to like Compton. Took like Adrian and Paulie to Compton. I'm like, dude, ain't no fan here, man.
Dude, Adrian, Paulie was a half step away from dying, bruh. I mean, for real. He could have slipped up, said the wrong word, he'd be dead on the street immediately.
Paulie was my boy.
He was too, man. But dude, he was asking for a little while there, man. He was.
Played the heck out of that role.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Paulie
did.
was my dude.
Shoot, we got any other heels turns? Go ahead.
Nah, no, go ahead. Go ahead, D.
I was just saying that the guy that played Paulie's best role was when he was a valet and back to school.
That was funny. She was channeling his like early younger Paulie years, I guess. I don't know. But no, another one that's never had a heel run is Chuck Norris.
Yep, I think that's because of his whole. Yeah, because
he's a bad guy.
Well, Return of the Dragon, he was the bad muscle guy. So, but that's not really a heel turn. He was just hired help.
He was just hired to
fight somebody. He was hired help.
You know what the crazy thing is though? If you go back and look at that movie, he kind of had his quote unquote audition. He pulled off Ken's like throw from Street Fighter in that fight.
Yeah, he did.
I've never seen anybody do that for real. Like in life. Like,
yeah, he
that
did.
was awesome. Like
maybe that's where they got it from.
Probably. Yeah. And I think plus with the Chuck Norris thing, I mean, does Chuck Norris, does he heel turn, or does the whole world turn in his direction? It's kind of like, I don't think he can heel turn.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
I don't.
Who else went and played a bad guy?
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Gina Carano in Fast 6.
Fast 6 and Deadpool.
Wait, hold on. And
Yeah.
Anthony Minter is saying Stallone was a bad guy in Spy Kids, which I guess is off my
That's
radar.
true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That is true.
All right. We appreciate that, Anthony Minter. We do not want to know how you know that. That's a little bit creepy.
What about the guy that played Anakin Skywalker?
I'm okay. No, stop. No. He's talking Hayden Christensen. Well. Okay, maybe he is talking about Jake Lloyd. Because my man
in real life, Jake Williams did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jake Lloyd did have a heel turn in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that motherfucker thought he was really pod racing.
For real.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Damn, hold on now. For real, The Rock. Honestly, I mean, Doom kind of, if you really want to be super duper technical, but to me that wasn't really a heel run or a heel turn. What's his name?
How about
Gerard Butler did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gerard Butler got to Egypt.
Yep.
So can we say that The Rock's first one will probably be Black Adam?
I'm ashamed that you even watched that movie, Dido.
Well, Hand of Omega was over at my house the other day, and he put it in my Blu-ray player, and I had nothing I could do about it because he was armed with AR-15, and you know what happens. People with AR-15, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and watch the movie. I mean, it had some really great special effects, but that's about it.
All right, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Anthony Minter is saying Hulk Hogan. Now that's a literal heel turn from wrestling. We're talking
real
about
though.
heel turns from like
For real though.
And action
Brother.
stars. Yeah.
Real though. Anthony Minter coming with the gold. We appreciate you, family. We appreciate it, man. Oh man.
All right, Kyle's still going in on the Doom thing.
Hey, you know what? Let's get them on the show, man. We need to get them on the show. And Minter, why don't you message us, man, so we can call you into the show, man.
Kyle.
I mean, but no, Anthony Minter and Kyle, we need to get them in, so because they need to join this conversation with us. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna respond real quick to what he's typing though. He's saying he ordered them to kill innocent people, and the kid wouldn't, so he shot him in the throat. Again, he was ordering him to kill people that were potentially possessed or potentially, going to become demons. So they kind of had to exterminate everybody. That was essentially what they needed to do in that film. I hate to say that I know that film so well, but I did see it in the theaters, and I own it. Also, Scorpion King, I don't know about that one. To me, it's like he was trying to. Well,
no, CG Rock was bad. CG Scorpion Rock was bad, but not The Rock.
Right. Yeah,
and that was the Scorpion King. That was the Mummy. Part 2, I think.
Yeah, the Mummy. Yeah, the Mummy is where he started off. Basically like a warrior that needed to do this thing, and then
Haku Majete.
Then they had Astro. He was a good guy, so it's kind of like I don't know. It's like his heel turn happened in the Mummy. Yeah, his heel turn happened in the Mummy, but from the
I'm telling you, his first one is going to be Black Adam.
Yeah, I guess his first official, true, like full on, all the way through the entire movie as a bad guy thing would probably be Black Adam.
And he better play the hell out of that role. He better play the hell out of that role. I love Black Adam. Black Adam's one of my favorites. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, you can definitely do the arrogance.
Yeah.
Like and play it and make it work.
Yeah. Definitely, you can do that.
We need let's see, hold on. Has Keanu Reeves ever played a bad guy?
See, I was trying to think about that. That's not
The Watcher.
No.
The Watcher.
The Watcher and who? Oh yeah, the Watcher. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he was the bad guy he was the bad guy in the Matrix.
What about Street Kings? I think he was kind of like a crooked cop in Street Kings.
I don't know.
I don't know about
in
that.
Street
one.
Kings, I think he became a crooked cop, didn't he?
I think.
I don't think he was.
Because he shot his partner like during like they're trying to stop like a robbery in a store. He shot his partner and basically covered it up. And his partner was what's that one black dude? I can't remember. It wasn't Terry. Was it Terry Crews? I think Terry Crews was his partner, and he shot and killed him in the movie.
Oh yeah, there was that when he got killed in the store.
Yeah.
They're in the grocery store or some liquor store.
I got one for you. Antonio Banderas when he was with Sylvester Stallone and
Assassins? But wasn't that one of his first movies? That was one of his first movies, though, right?
No, hell no. Come on now.
That was definitely after. That was definitely after Desperado.
Yeah. That was his Meg Ryan years.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's accepted. That's accepted because man, he was good in Assassins. He was good in Assassins.
Oh, I watched that movie a couple weeks ago, man. That movie was awesome.
I saw it for the first time a while ago.
Yeah, it's good.
What?
Yep. Back when it was popular, I didn't see it in the theater. I never rented it, and so like you let me borrow it if I remember correctly, and I sat home and I watched it. How did that go so many years?
Yeah, how do you know me these many years? Come on, man.
It's very difficult. You know, I watch a lot of movies, and you know this. I watch a lot of movies, but you know sometimes you miss one. It happens. Like I never seen King Kong. Like the remake, I don't really have interest to see King Kong. Everybody loved that King Kong.
You're not missing a lot. You're not missing a lot. It wasn't that great.
It's alright.
Yeah, it was alright.
I'm not a big King Kong fan. I didn't like the original. The Jack Black one came with my Xbox HD DVD player, so I mean that's probably the only reason I even have it. But yeah. LL Cool J played God in some movie, but Anthony Minter.
Oh, and out of sync.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he was the pretty much the drug kingpin gangster in Out of Sync with Omar Epps.
Wow. That's another dude that's just like he just pops up every now and again. It's just like I didn't know he's still making movies.
He's good in what is it? NCIS Los Angeles.
No, I believe it.
LL Cool J.
No, LL Cool J is fine. I'm talking about Omar Epps. Omar Epps is one that's just like, huh?
Oh yeah, he's popping up in these TV shows.
I never seen. Have he done a bag in a row? I don't think I ever. Omar Epps.
Yeah, a denim bag in a room. If anybody wearing denim bags, man, there's something wrong with that.
I said bad guy role in a film. I've never seen him.
Oh, like man, why the hell is he buying denim bags?
I like how you just heard that denim bags. So
right. I'm just kind of like, huh?
Yeah,
at first I was like, denim bags. Okay, all right. You bad.
Trying to bring him back, man. Canadian tuxedo.
Wow, son.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony Minter brought up Jet Li, and I believe he's probably talking about War.
One.
Not the well, he was a bad guy in the one, but he started out as a bad guy in Lethal Weapon 3, wasn't it?
4.
4? Yeah, Lethal Weapon 4. I never saw that one either.
Okay.
That's when
never saw Lethal Weapon 4. I just kind of didn't want to watch it.
All right, fair enough.
But I will watch it.
All right. Anthony Minter is bringing up, of course, Denzel for Training Day.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna front. Alonzo was that dude, man.
Oh my! You know how many times I watched that?
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. He was, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Kuna. You were saying?
I know. I was just saying. You know how many times on Training Day I watched that last scene? That whole that one.
The whole King Kong on me thing. Yeah.
Oh, you motherfuckers!
He's like, I'm putting cases on every one of you.
He was like, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Yeah, man.
Of course,
man.
Megatron would leave once we get to this part because it's like, dude, he was the one that ranted with Mike Bison about the shoot program. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, no, that heel turn was Oscar worthy, obviously, since he won one for it.
I'm sorry, I don't think he deserved that Oscar for that movie.
No, he deserved it for plenty other movies before that.
He should have. Exactly.
I hate that. That's what he won an Oscar for.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Me too.
To win the Oscar.
I think when you look at his, I gotta watch it again. His acceptance speech. If you go back, it's like, dude, you can kind of see it. It's like, dude, really? Some of the other stuff this man has done, and you could almost tell, like in his demeanor was kind of like, I got it for this?
Right.
Man, yeah, you got Glory, you got Hurricane. Hurricane, when he's over there talking to himself in the cell.
Hurricane was great.
Dude.
Another movie I never saw.
Again, though, just but you know his pedigree though. You know what he's capable of, and it's just like for Training Day.
No man, do yourself a favor and go see that. What?
No, fuck that. The movie he should have got was with the one he did with Sanaa Lathan. And Megan Sean, I'm talking about. This is our favorite movie. When he was the cop in Florida.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that last year. I think that was a good movie. It was a good movie.
That movie was good as hell.
Yeah, that movie was good. Oh, also had Dean Cain as one of the like a crooked cop or one of the drug dealers or something like that. You know, so I was surprised to see that too. Yeah, so.
All right, let's see. Kyle Jackson is saying, Dadakuji, you're doing yourself a disservice to watch Lethal Weapon 4. Pete Campbell, Campbell is saying that he rooted for Alonzo over the years, and he actually wrote the script down for that scene while I was watching the bootleg. So,
I plan on watching Lethal Weapon 4. I got some time next week.
Yeah, that was, again, Training Day, like I said, as great as that movie was, the man deserved Oscars long before he got that one.
Long before he got it.
Yep. I mean, shit, in Glory, the one tear scene, that was Oscar right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you only getting his back beat?
I'm still pissed at Shawshank, dude. Come on now. Shawshank.
Oh, no, right?
I don't care if Forrest Gump came out in the same year. Shawshank should have got Best Picture, dude. I'm sorry.
Should have. Did you hear though what happened? It's like I didn't even know this. Shawshank apparently did not do well in the theaters at all. They said it didn't really pick up till it came to home video. And Morgan Freeman talked. Morgan Freeman talked about he thinks the reason why the movie didn't do so well in the theaters because it was called The Shawshank Redemption. You're like, what the hell is that? The name of the telenovela, if I remember correctly, the book was Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption, and he believes if it was still called Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption, it would have done well. But they said they cut off the Rita Hayworth part because it wouldn't have fit on a marquee.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Dude, that is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, that movie.
I watch that movie every time it comes on.
But Steve, but now that you said that, Dido, that brings up a really interesting point. Especially as far as the Oscars go, because remember the Oscars is supposed to be based on the actual content in the film and how good it is, and the lighting, the cinematography, blah 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 blah. So why is box office even coming into play? All these Academy people are supposed to be watching this stuff. That's why you got all these freaking documentaries that nobody watches winning awards. So Shawshank should have been in there.
It definitely should have, and I have no explanation on that.
These damn movies be coming out, and they're already like talking about Oscar shit. I'm like, damn, the movie ain't even on the theaters yet.
Right.
Okay. Pete is saying that he won a supporting actor Oscar for Glory, so he did get an Oscar for that.
Okay, that's true.
Not not.
Yeah, he did do that, but like a straight up lead actor.
Yeah, he should got it for lead.
Pete. Shout out to the homie Pete.
Right. What's up, Pete?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Kyle Jackson's got the one. Eddie Murphy in Vampire in Brooklyn.
we know how much you love that movie, man. We know how much you love that movie. So yeah.
I want that movie on Blu-ray, man. They are really making me upset that they don't have that on Blu-ray right now that I'm aware of, because that movie was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
It was I liked that movie. It was cool. It was a cool movie.
I think it's amazing that it's not on Blu-ray. Even though Transformers is about to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, Transformers, the 30th edition.
The animated.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
the animated version is coming out.
Our birthday month at that.
Right. We're gonna be doing it big on our birthday month, man. I'm telling you. So anyway.
It's in September.
Yeah, it's in September. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be doing it big in our birthday month. That's gonna be
weird because the movie
nice.
actually came out in August.
Right.
But
whatever. Yeah. So, it's been good talk, guys. Real good talk. One final thing I kind of want to mention to everybody: Batman: The Killing Joke's having a theater release, a limited theater release on July 25th. The tickets are on sale right now. You need to go to Fathom Events. We actually have a Culture Junkie event here locally in Michigan that we're going to be doing. Wow, Megashawn finally rejoined us, but now we're getting ready to leave. But anyway.
Right.
You guys need to go to Fathom Events, search out Batman: The Killing Joke, buy your tickets right now, because this thing will sell out. There's going to be limited seating. You don't want to miss this in theater. It's going to be by far the best DC film in theaters this year. Animated, live action, otherwise. It's the first R-rated Batman movie gotta go see this. You gotta go see this. And it's gonna be like the quintessential Joker in this film. You gotta go see it. You gotta go see it. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Any other final comments, Megashawn? Since you just rejoined the show, my friend.
Yes, I do. I was gonna say Denzel Washington, and the name of that movie with LL Cool J was In Too Deep.
There you go.
Thank you for
What
that.
was
You in too deep. Oh, you cannot get out. But in too deep.
Stop it.
What?
Please do continue. Please do.
I'm singing the In Too Deep song. It's a song that they said they omitted it.
But Denzel and Training Day.
Yeah. So, hey, oh yeah, you know what? Hey, Hand of Omega got us with one, and we all completely missed it, right? Mark Hamill from Luke Skywalker to the Joker, ultimate heel turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Joker's not a bad guy though, but okay.
Okay.
Joker is pretty bad, man.
Yeah, we can have that discussion like all year long, but whatever. Hey, great show,
Okay,
guys.
I
Go
messed
ahead,
that up.
Kona. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying that now that Megashawn corrected that, Out of Sync was another LL Cool J movie that he had.
Yeah.
I got that confused with Into Deep.
He probably did that movie with DMX.
Oh man.
So anyway, fellow junkies, we hope you enjoy your weekend. Go out and get some sun. Go catch a couple of movies. Read some comic books. Play some video games. What are you guys gonna be doing this weekend?
I'm gonna be hanging out in DC, probably riding bikes around.
Kahuna, what are you gonna be doing, man?
Nothing really much. I mean, Sunday is Father's Day, so
Right. Speaking of Father's Day, to my fellow father in Junkiedom, happy Father's Day to Mr. Megashawn.
Oh,
yeah, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Happy Father's Day to you, sir. My mother-in-law is graduating. She's getting her doctorate.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah, we'll be doing that, and then who knows what else.
Right. Big ups to higher education. Everybody stay in school.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, what about you, Philip? What you gonna be doing this weekend?
Well, we know we're gonna be filming tomorrow. But other than that, gotta work right after that. Nothing crazy.
Okay. What about you, GQ? What you doing this weekend?
Well, now that I beat like survival mode with Laura and Street Fighter, I'm kind of done with that until that story mode comes out. So
what the hell is that? Right.
Yeah.
I'm about ready to trade Street Fighter in, man. If it wasn't for my kids and my brother and stuff like that, I wouldn't even be playing it, man. It's
No, actually, I'm enjoying Street Fighter. It's fine. I'm just waiting for story mode now because that comes out at the end of the month. So it's only 2 weeks left in the month, so I may as well.
I'll probably catch up on some more of the Rebirth tonight.
Okay, yeah, you should do that. I'm gonna be busy being a dad and a baseball coach. Actually, me and some of the other junkies like GQ and Philip 2.0 and Kahuna, we're putting something special together for you guys. A new show that we're gonna be coming out with. You're gonna wanna pay attention to it. We'll talk about it at another time. So to all of you out there, we hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us and hanging out with us as long as you did. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. Come back on Monday and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and so you can find out what we're going to be talking about. Also, make sure you find us in the discussion group and join the conversation. It's a really great conversation. We all love it. So until Monday, for Philip 2.0. For GQ, for the great Datakuji, who's loving playing his 8-bit dough that he's got there, and for Big Kahuna, I'm Kishiro. We'll see you guys on Monday. Say goodbye, everybody.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, folks.
Peace.